Coming up, City Council candidates weigh in on important issues, and Effinger students adjust to life at Central Elementary. Plus, puppets in fall colors entertain the young and young at heart. All this and more on the Rockbridge Report. Welcome to the Rockbridge Report. I'm Katie Geddes. We'll have these stories and more coming up later in the show, but first, we have the latest on all the rain in the area. Rockbridge County is no longer in a moderate drought after receiving 2.5 to 3 inches of rainfall in the last 48 hours. 3 roads in the area were closed earlier this morning due to flooding, and Woods Creek continues to be over the flood line. However, the county has welcomed the rain.
The next several days look like they're going to be nice, a little bit cooler temperatures, but the rain has been welcomed, and we're just glad we didn't have any flooding problems.
The rain is expected to stop later in the evening. The candidates running for City Council all agreed that Lexington and Rockbridge County have to work together. The 5 candidates gathered at a forum Tuesday night sponsored by the Rockbridge County chapter of the National Organization for Women. Frank Freeman, Mary Harvey, John Mormon, George Pride, and Chuck Smith presented their platforms to the public and answered questions about hot topic issues.
We can work with the county. We just have to find the ways to do it.
The city is going in one direction, and as far as what we can do, the county has a lot more freedom and flexibility.
I do see some bright signs in the fact that the city and county and Univista agreed to jointly fund their portion.
With both Univista and with the county. We'll have to work together to solicit and make this a good place to do business.
Elections for City Council will be held on November 2nd. After months of debate and deliberation, the Rockbridge County School Board and Board of Supervisors decided to combine Effinger and Central Elementary schools. Now, over a month into the school year, Rockbridge reporter Ann Vasulis found out how the transition is going.
Rockbridge County merged 2 of its elementary schools in order to soften the blow of a $2.2 million budget cut. Central Elementary expanded to house incoming Effinger students, and the students seem to be handling the change well.
My son talks about his Effinger friends.
4 new classrooms have been added at Central.
People were concerned about whether the classrooms would be able to handle the influx of students at Central. That's worked fine.
This addition actually reduced overall classroom size from 22 students to 19 students in some cases. All teachers at Effinger were relocated to Central Elementary or other schools in the Rockbridge County system. The bus ride from the Effinger area to Central in downtown Lexington was of major concern to parents, but the school system worked it out. Now there are 2 bus routes, an express route to take students who live nearby home and then continue to the middle schools and the high schools. The other set of buses takes home students who live farther out in the county. This way, students get home between 3:30 and 3:45, and some of the bus drivers don't seem to mind the new changes.
I mean, you don't have no choice.
Even though the schools are combined, one thing stays constant: dedication to the students.
The purpose of Central is no different than the purpose of Effinger, to provide a high-quality learning environment for kids where they can be successful.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Ann Vasulis.
The Rockbridge County School Board holds its next meeting on October 4th at 6:30 p.m. in the County Administration Building. The Virginia Employment Commission released local unemployment numbers yesterday, and Lexington sits high above the national average. Lexington's unemployment rate is 12.1%, 3 points higher than the national average of 9.6%. Buena Vista is just above the national average at 9.8%, and Rockbridge County is under it at 7.6%. County officials and job seekers alike say they look forward to seeing the economic recovery and more jobs come to the area. Rockbridge County residents will have access to high-speed internet earlier than anticipated. The fiber optic broadband system, originally projected to be completed in July 2013, will be ready as early as November 2012. Support for the $10 million project comes from a $6.9 million grant from the federal government and additional support from local businesses, schools, businesses, and residents living on the outlying areas of the county will benefit most. Police Chief Al Thomas takes on Lexington's biggest issues, and later in the show find out what farmers were doing before the rain.
I wouldn't have been at this ceremony if I hadn't been at this ceremony first. Unfortunately, nearly 30% of U.S. high school students aren't making it to graduation, and every one of us, every parent, every friend, and neighbor, has the responsibility to provide the support and encouragement they need to make it through. Because we all need to see a lot more of these pictures.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United. I really want to show you something.
1, 2, ready, go. L-O-V-E. It's a mystery. All is love. Is love.
Did you play today? For great play ideas, visit www.
It's been nearly 6 months since Lexington Police Chief Al Thomas joined the force. Rockbridge reporter Michael Freeman talks with the chief and local officials to see how things are going.
I had to really start to understand what are the issues, what are the challenges in the city, what is this community looking for out of the police department.
And Police Chief Al Thomas is trying to do just that. Larceny remains a pressing issue as the chief fights crime.
Larcenies are crimes of opportunities. We have a lot of people very trusting, and they let their guard down, I think, in the city. And they don't lock up their valuables, and they make themselves easy targets.
Local officials say Thomas has a different approach than his predecessor.
Previous to his coming, I did get a lot of complaints from people about what might be termed as overvigilance.
Chief Thomas was a police captain in Lynchburg before coming to Lexington back in April.
Well, what I see in him is sort of his steady state mentality, his friendliness, his ease of conversation with people, and I think he had a very good record.
City Manager John Ellistad appreciates Chief Thomas's dedication, but wants more.
If I were to say that the thing that I'd like him to do even more is to get out of the office more.
What I've done here, what I did in Lynchburg, was surround myself with good people. We have an outstanding leadership team in this department. I don't make decisions on my own.
With the help of a supportive staff, Chief Thomas is making an effort to make the streets of Lexington safe. For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Michael Freeman.
If you would like to reach Chief Thomas with questions or comments, you can call the Lexington Police Department at 540-462-3705. With all this rain, is Rockbridge County still in a drought? That and your local forecast when we return. And Life-Size Puppet Show takes over a local garden. That story later in the newscast.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out. Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey.
Ready to go?
Yeah, but the fire's not out.
Close enough.
Close enough? If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. I mean, the next thing you know, you've torched our whole neighborhood.
Which is why we're not going anywhere?
Exactly. 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Es un gran día para los deportes. Vaya festín de jugadas que tenemos.
Mucha acción, David, por eso nos vamos directamente a la pelota. Es el duelo padre-hijo en el jardín. Batazo al jardín derecho, no. Y se cayó.
Se cayó, pero bueno, ahí va, ahí va, ahí va.
Nos vamos ahora al básquet, 2 contra 1.
Y la clava. Solita, la clavó.
Y ahora el fútbol. Ahí está papá, que la pase.
Solo, solo.
Lo va a definir, golazo. Estas son escenas que no se repiten. Las mejores jugadas suceden en casa.
Tómate el tiempo para ser un buen papá.
Ah, it's a great day, isn't it?
Yeah. Too bad your boat's gonna sink at 11:05.
Don't come closer. I have rabies. Don't you wish there were warnings to protect you from life's risks? With diabetes, there is one. It's called A1C, a simple blood test that helps measure your risk of serious complications. Learn more at diabetesaonc.org.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today.
It looks like the rain will stop, at least for a few days. Friday, expect partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the low 70s, but the sunny skies on Saturday won't last. The balmy weekend comes to a close as showers return on Sunday with a high of 62 and lows in the lower 40s. Keep your umbrellas handy for the beginning of the work week. The showers and cooler weather continue Monday and Tuesday. While these 2 days of rain are welcome relief for local farmers, they are still dealing with the consequences of the dry spell. Rockbridge reporter Caroline Helms takes a look at what problems affected local growers.
Farmers in the area sell what produce they have at local farmers markets. Lately, many farmers have had to reduce the amount they bring to the market each week because crop yields are low. But dying crops are only part of the problem.
Even the cattle, because of the nourishment that's in the grass and so forth, it creates lost weight in them. And it's hurt everything. Man.
Rainfall in Rockbridge County is 1.5 inches behind average for the month of September. Over the past 90 days, some areas of the county are 9 inches behind average. This shortage is causing some farmers to rethink their tactics.
We've started turning our way to the vegetable crop and growing our own grains for our cattle.
Rain over the week got up to 5 inches in some areas of the county, which local farmers hope will help their struggling crops. Yet, a full recovery is still a long way off.
For that full recovery, it may take on into the winter, several months of normal or above normal moisture to get our water resources back to more normal levels.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Caroline Helms.
The USDA offers emergency loans during a drought or other difficult farming conditions. Coming up, puppets, rustic woodland creatures, and more take center stage at Boxerwood Gardens. That story after the break.
The hurricane has passed. but the recovery won't be complete until all the water has receded. If you're having trouble coping, trained and caring help is waiting. The hurricane has passed, but the recovery won't be complete until all the water has receded. If you're having trouble coping, trained and caring help is waiting.
Hola, Grover, what are you doing?
Oh, I am making my emergency kit. I want to be prepared just in case.
Oh, my friend Mia made a kit with her family. Everyone help! They packed flashlights and batteries, water, food, a radio, and put it where they could find it rapidamente, quickly.
I guess I should take my canoe out of there, huh?
Look, Grover.
Help your family get ready for an emergency. Learn more at ready.gov/sesame.
Hello there. It is your old pal Grover. Meet my new friends.
Madison, Isaac, Alexa, Romeo, Amanda.
They have last names too.
Vigo, Shane, Lopez, Rodriguez, Warner.
Everybody has a first and last name, even mommies and daddies. Do you know yours? Do you know your mommies and daddies? If you do not, go find out.
Know your whole name so grown-ups can help you in an emergency. Learn more at ready.gov/sesame.
I am a teenager.
I am online.
I enjoy sharing thoughts,
Music. Videos.
ideas, information.
I will not
be a victim to threats.
to stalking. To soliciting. To predators.
I will be responsible. I will be careful.
I will be honest.
I will be smarter. I will get my parents involved.
I will protect myself.
I will be safe.
I am a teenager.
And I
will not
be bullied.
Boxerwood Nature Center and Woodland Garden hosted its 11th annual Fall Family Festival last Saturday. Rockbridge reporter Holly Southers reports on the outdoor theater spectacle as the day's highlight.
Hundreds of area residents gather to watch the outdoor theatrical production of The Bones of Boxerwood, a recreation myth. The life-size handmade puppet of Dr. Robert Munger is about 20 feet tall and is surrounded by a giant woolly mammoth and dinosaur.
This year we decided to celebrate Dr. Munger, who died in the late 1980s, but really is the spirit of the place, and we wanted to do something closer to Halloween that was a bit of a ghost story, so now we're here.
The spectacle is about the evolution of Boxerwood and the hard work that former Lexington resident Dr. Munger put into the gardens. Local artists and dancers produce the performance, but everyone in attendance is able to participate in a procession from the greenhouse to the meadow at the beginning of the play.
And it's pretty interesting, all the people, Washington & Lee students, Washington & Lee professors, local artists. The chair is Jay Sullivan, who is a VMI professor. So we got like all aspects of the community.
But the performance is not the only feature of the day.
It's a fall festival, so we always have apple pressing, cider pressing. This year we added scarecrow making, and children made harvest wreaths and wore them in the parade. So it was an array of themed and seasonal activities.
For the Rockbridge Report, I'm Holly Southard.
This was one of the largest turnouts in 11 years for the festival. For more information on how to keep boxerwood blooming or to enjoy the benefits of the garden, please visit their website at www.boxerwood.org. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. Check us out online at rockbridgereport.wlu.edu. Yeah, I think so. She asked me to slow down.